Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about Cardi B and Offset. You've seen the whole her filing for divorce and then them seemingly reconciling within less than 2 weeks. Anyway, so let's talk about this relationship with Cardi B and Offset, all right? And I'm going to tell you right out the gate my position on them. I think that's a fake relationship. All right? I think this whole Cardi B Offset relationship is fake. All right? A lot of people have expressed this and I feel the same way. I think that relationship was manufactured by the label to give Cardi B some kind of credibility. That's the word I'm going to use in this case, credibility in the music industry. Because realistically, she had no credibility in the music industry, okay? So at the time they got together, Migos was doing really well, and they put her with Offset. And look at how it turned out. Like, this is one of those relationships, one of those industry manufactured relationships that really worked the way they wanted it to work. All right? She blew up. He gave her the credibility, and she applied her talent, and she blew up. Okay? So let's be clear about that. When I hear her talking about, oh, I'm breaking up with Offset, oh, I'm divorcing Offset. Listen, I'm not really too invested in that. I don't get too invested in it because I don't think it's real to begin with. All right? I don't think the relationship is real to begin with. Every time I hear her talking about Offset, whenever she mentions his name, she's either calling him Offset or she's calling him Set. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a woman and you in love with a man and y'all know each other like that, you gonna slip up and call him by his government name. You know what I mean? You gonna be so emotional and so invested, you gonna slip up and call him by his government name. She don't never do that. She always calling him by his stage name, like Offset, Set, shit like that. So right there, you already know. She talking like she actually talks about Offset the way a fan would talk about Offset. You know what I mean? They would call him by his stage name, not his government name. All right? If you know somebody, like, he might be Offset to us, but he gonna be his government name to you if you really know him like that. But she only know him as Offset. That tells you right there she don't really know him. And that's why this is why there's so many problems between them. Because they don't really know each other. They don't know each other. Okay? And she keeps breaking up with him and she keeps doing all this stuff because she's trying to get his attention. Their relationship wasn't organically created. It wasn't organic. It wasn't, boy meets girl. It was an industry, connection as far as I'm concerned. All right? So when I listen to her and I hear her saying she's divorcing him, listen, let me tell you something. If you look at Cardi B's success, all right, just look at it. Offset is crucial to that formula. He is a key component of her success. If she was not with him, I don't believe she would be where she is right now. I don't believe her career, even with her talent and her personality, I don't believe she would be where she is today with the fame and notoriety she has. She would not be where she is without him. Even the bad things, even his cheating on her proved to be good because it created buzz around her. It created publicity. People talked about them. You understand what I'm saying? Even the bad was good for her. All right? Even the bad was good for her. So her leaving Offset, I don't see it happening because I don't think she's comfortable leaving him because she knows he's a big part of her success. And if she leaves him, how is that going to play out? People talk about if Cardi B left Offset, nobody would talk about Offset anymore. But y'all don't stop and think, would you be talking about Cardi B? Would you really be talking about Cardi B? a lot of Offset's antics and shenanigans make you talk about her. So if he wasn't there to do all those things, would you still be really invested in her and care about what's going on with her like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I don't see her leaving him. All this stuff she's doing is for attention. She's trying to get attention. So she left him, said she's filing for divorce, went on Instagram and was talking about it. And I found what she said very interesting. She said, I'm not leaving him because of any cheating he did in the past. And I'm not leaving him for any cheating that he's doing right now, because there's nothing going on right now. People are saying there's a baby on the way. There's no baby on the way. There's nothing going on. It's not about the past things he did, and it's not about anything that he is doing currently. I'm just leaving him because I'm going to dip, basically, she says, because she's not going to wait for him to cheat on her again. I'm not going to wait for him to cheat on me again. Before that happens, I'm just going to leave. Who does that? Like, who does that? Right? You're going to leave a man? You're going to divorce a man because of what you think he might do? If every woman thought like that, well, I'm going to leave my husband before he cheat on me and leave me. If every woman thought like that, no marriage would work. No marriage would work. That don't make any sense. Like I listened to that live and I'm like, this woman crazy. You leaving your husband because you think you're not leaving him because of something he did. I would respect you if I could understand and respect if she said she leaving because of something he did or something he's doing. But she's like, I'm leaving because I just feel like he's going to cheat on me again and leave me. So before that happens, I'm going to leave him first. So it's like this massive sense of insecurity. She is very insecure in her marriage. That right there shows that she's very insecure in her marriage, right? Because you're saying essentially, I'm going to leave my husband before he cheat on me again and leave. But there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't messing up. But I just feel like he might do that in the future. That's a whole crazy logic right there, right? That's some crazy stuff. That's like a mental breakdown. You could literally say Cardi B filed for divorce from Offset because she had a mental breakdown, because that sounds like mental breakdown type logic. I'm going to leave my husband because I think he's going to cheat and leave me. But he ain't doing nothing wrong right now. So why would you think that? Why would you think he's going to do that if he ain't doing nothing wrong right now? Either he's doing something wrong and you lying about it because you don't want us to know, or you having a full-on mental breakdown, because that don't make no sense. That logic don't add up for me. All right? Anyway, fast forward to her birthday party. She has her birthday party. He's there, right? And of course, listen, man, you know, if you having a party, ain't nobody gonna just show up. Like the last time when he showed up on stage and was like, I love you, bro, right? Like, come on, man. That was a whole setup. Ain't nobody gonna just, what they just leaving him and let him walk in? What if he was coming to do something bad? What if he had a gun or something, was coming to kill her? You just gonna let the man walk in there? Because, oh, yeah, that's her husband. Yeah, but they're not together no more. Like, you need to know if he can, you need to let her know he here, and should we let him in? Because what if there was a problem and that man was crazy and he had a gun and he was coming to kill her? You just gonna let him in? Oh, yo, come on in. And then he come in there and pull the gun out and blow her brains out. I mean, what kind of bodyguard she got? The people just letting this man walk in there every time he show up. I got a surprise for my wife. One of these days, he might really have a surprise for her ass, right? Y'all just keep letting him walk in there. I don't believe it. They gotta know. They gotta check with her with that, yo. I can't believe they would just let this man come up in any spot she's at, and knowing they having problems. That don't make no sense to me. So I have to believe it's staged, and she knew he was there and stuff, and she say, yo, let him in. You know what I mean? I gotta think that because if she don't know, she got a problem with her. All right. So anyway, so he's at the birthday party, and He gives her a Rolls Royce for her birthday, and she's all acting a fool, happy. She just so happy that he did something for her, right? And then we see videos of her later, like dancing on him, like going back. She having like PTSD strippers, She's dancing and doing her little stripper routine on him, right? And she's bent over dancing, and you see his hand touching her butt. Let me tell you something, right? A lot of people might look at that and think it's cute, right? But as a man, I'm gonna tell you something. When you marry a woman, you expect your woman to act a certain way, right? You know that whole saying, you need to be a lady in the streets, but you can be a hoe in the sheets, a lady in the streets, right? So you expect your woman to act a certain way in the street, all right? Now, if she want to do all that and do all that in private with him, and be sexy with him, that's fine. They're husband and wife. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you need to put that out there for everybody to see, that's basically in the streets. You're putting it out there for everybody to see, for the whole world to see. That's a problem for me. You know what I mean? I feel like one of the reasons Offset cheats on Cardi B is I really don't think she is who she pretends to be. Like, all that sexual stuff she does it for publicity and for her career. I don't really think that's how she is with him in private. Because if that's how she carried it in private, he would be satisfied. He wouldn't be out here FaceTiming all these girls and stuff like that. He would be satisfied. So that doesn't add up for me. It doesn't add up for me that you are showing all these videos of you dancing and shaking your ass and all that stuff, and this man still turns around and he's FaceTiming all these different girls, and you're insecure. What are you insecure about? What are you insecure about? Like, you're the wife. You got the ring. You got the baby. You got the child. You got the career and the fame, and you're still insecure. I mean, if you look at these videos of Cardi B dancing and acting up because he gave her a Rolls Royce, I mean, the way she acting, that's the way I would expect a groupie to act. That's how I would expect a groupie to act. If he were to give one of his groupies something like that, that's how I would expect her to act. You the wife. He give you a Rolls Royce, especially since you famous and you got money. You can buy your own Rolls Royce. He give you a Rolls Royce. You need to look at him, say, thank you, baby. Give him a little peck on the cheek and then be like, all right, what else you got for me? Right? What else you got? I know this can't be it. It's my birthday. I know I know you just ain't giving me no Rolls Royce. I know you gotta have something else for me. You know what I mean? Especially you want me to take you back. What else you got? You got a diamond ring? You got some drip for me? What else you got? Nah, but instead she threw the moon. She just jumping and dancing, and she's so happy. He could have gave her a bag of shit in a brown paper bag, and she would have acted the same way. Just happy that he did something for her. She just happy that he did something for her. Like, that's the problem. She treats her husband like she acts like she's one of his groupies. That's one of the problems. Like, you're the wife. You're the wife. You're the baby. You're his baby mama. You're famous. And you out here acting like you competing with the groupies. Like, she acts like she gotta compete for his affection. She gotta compete with the groupies. All that shit she doing, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, is she really out here competing with his groupies for his affection? Like, you the wife. You the wife. You got the ring already. You got the child. You shouldn't have to do all this. Right? You shouldn't have to do all this. You need to be carrying yourself in a more respectable way. A wife need to carry herself in a respectable way. All right? Leave all that dancing and ass shaking shit to the groupies. That's your man. That's your husband. If you're going to do that, do it in private. You don't need to put all that out there in public like that. It's embarrassing looking. It looks embarrassing to me. Right? But again, they don't really know each other. See what I'm saying? They don't really know each other. And at the end of the day, Offset, believe it or not, comes from a pretty good family, like well-educated family and things like that. So you know their values. Even though he be acting like he act, that man got some values in him. Okay, he got a value system. He got some values in him. Now he might like that. A lot of people don't realize a lot of these street dudes, they come from environments where they were raised with values. Even though they carried a certain way on the street, a part of them have certain values that they can't shake because that's the way they were raised. And I guarantee you, when Offset look at this shit, that shit probably turn him off, man. I mean, like, yo, you're my wife. I expect you to carry yourself a certain way. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, I tell you what, if his mama is the type of woman who would shake her ass and do all that stuff that Cardi be doing, then I guarantee you he'd be okay with it. But if his mama ain't like that, if she is more of a conservative type woman, and when he grew up, he saw his mother carry herself a certain way, I guarantee you when he look at her, he like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, right? Like, this is why I really don't think he pressed. You know what I mean? This whole thing with Cardi and Offset is a business arrangement. It is a business arrangement, and you can't get too invested in it because they don't know each other. I do think Cardi wants Offset to be around because she understands the value of him to her career. She understands how valuable he is to her career, how valuable he has been, and how valuable he is right now. All right? Just take the birthday party. If she had a birthday party, right, and take out the part where Offset shows up, gifts her a Rolls Royce, if that's not a part of that narrative, nobody really cares about that birthday party. That whole situation with Offset showing up, giving her the Rolls Royce, and now she has a reason to act crazy and act a fool and put on a show. You see what I'm saying? He gives her a reason to put on a show. So now she has that reason again. It's almost like Cardi. I'll put it like this. Think of Cardi and Offset like this. He's kind of like her hype man, right? She's a performer. She has that talent. She can put on a show. She knows how to put on a show. But he gives her the reasons to put on the show. If he doesn't show up and give her that Rolls Royce, she doesn't have a reason to do all that dancing and acting a fool, crazy stuff she did. So he's kind of like her hype man. You need that. You need the hype man. You need that. You need that reason to, you need that reason. She need that reason. She need him there to give her a reason to act a certain way. Without that hype man, that natural showmanship that she has, it's a little harder for her to bring it out. But he shows up, give her the Rolls Royce. Guess what? Now she got a reason to act a fool, right? So this, she is dependent on Offset to some degree. I think she is emotionally dependent on him, and I think she is career dependent. He's an important part of her career. He is an important part of that equation. All right. Now, if you look at Cardi and Offset, I would say that Saweetie and Quavo, I think they tried to do the same thing with them. I really think that's another industry relationship. You know, I mean, they're trying to build Saweetie up, but and I mean, Saweetie is okay, but she doesn't have the natural showmanship of a Cardi B. You know what I mean? She doesn't have the natural showmanship of a Cardi B. So she's doing all right, but she's nowhere near Cardi B level because she just doesn't have that natural, all right? And Quavo is no Offset. You know what I mean? Quavo just doesn't have the presence. He doesn't have the presence of an also. You know what I mean? Offset, if you look at Quavo and you look at Offset, there's a different presence. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm not even going to try to explain it. It's a different presence, okay? So, make no mistake about it. I don't see Cardi B leaving Offset anytime soon. If she leaves Offset, If she really wakes up tomorrow and says, I'm going through with this divorce, I'm leaving him, I think it will be catastrophic. I think it will be catastrophic to her career. So she might think that she's in the driver's seat. She might think, oh, I'm going to break up with him. Oh, I'm going to file for divorce. I'm going to make him, act right and all that stuff. But really, I think it's the other way around. I think Offset is the one in the driver's seat. I think Cardi B needs Offset more than Offset needs Cardi B. You might say I'm crazy for saying that, but I really do. I think she needs him more than he needs her. Okay? Let me tell you something. As much as people are going to say to Cardi B, oh, this man done cheated on you so many times, you should just go ahead and leave him and this and that, right? But people have become accustomed to Cardi B and Offset being together. They have sold that. They have sold that to the public really well. So if she left him right now, let's say she left him and she went with somebody else, it's going to be odd. It's going to feel weird. Even to the people who were telling her she should have left him, it would feel weird to them. It would feel weird to see her with somebody else. And it's going to take time to try to build something with that person to the level that you already built your relationship with Offset to the public. You understand? It's going to take time. And there's no guarantee that the person that you're with is going to have the same effect that Offset has had on your whole image. Again, I'm telling y'all, you can say Offset cheated and did all of that, but even these things that he's done that may seemingly seem bad, the cheating and all of this has been good for her career. Offset cheating on Cardi B created so much buzz around her, so much publicity, so many people talking about her, that it was essentially good. There is, it's one of those things where, you know how they say in Hollywood, it doesn't matter if it's good publicity or bad publicity, as long as it's publicity and people are talking about me. That's what I apply to Cardi B and Offset. It doesn't matter if he's cheating on her, which would be considered bad publicity, right? They're talking about her. You understand? They're talking about her. Every time he does something, they're talking about her. Every time she breaks up with him, they're talking about her. She files for divorce from him. They're talking about her. She gets back with him. They're talking about her. All the publicity she gets with Offset has been good for her brand. No matter how you feel, right? I'm gonna use an example of the internet, right? You know how they say sometimes, like even YouTube videos, they have a leave a like. You can like the video or you can hate the video, right? You can like it or dislike it. But people don't realize. A lot of people say, I'm gonna hit the dislike. I don't like this video. What people don't realize is it doesn't really matter whether you like it or dislike it. Either one shows engagement. That's what their relationship gets. It gets engagement. You can be on the side of I hate this relationship, I think she should leave him, he's a cheater. Or you can be on the side of, oh, I love to see them together, they should stay together, they should work it out. It doesn't matter which side you're on. You're engaged to that relationship. Engagement. You're interested in it some way, somehow. And that's what really matters. That you have some kind of feeling about it. Now, if she goes and she gets with somebody, this guy might be perfect. He might not cheat on her. He might love her. But guess what? That's boring. Nobody's going to be talking about that. They might talk about them the first time they get together. But after that, it's boring. Nobody's going to be talking about them. So she might be personally happy in the relationship because this might be a good guy and he isn't creating all the drama that Offset created with his cheating and all of this. But guess what? Nobody is talking about her. Nobody is interested in her, and it's going to hurt her brand. So at the end of the day, Offset is better for her brand. From a business perspective, it makes more sense for her to be married to Offset than for her to be with a perfect guy who does nothing wrong to embarrass her. So I don't see her leaving him anytime soon. I hate to tell you that, unless she's looking to commit career suicide, because that's what I think it would. I think her divorcing Offset and leaving him and say, I'm done with you, I think that's career suicide. But you know, Cardi is crazy. You never know what she's going to do, right? Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. All right? That's all I have to say about their relationship, that fake industry relationship, right? But despite it being a fake industry relationship, it worked to perfection. That's one of those relationships that years from now, people are going to look back at it and said, that relationship, there have been many fake industry relationships, people being put together to create some type of buzz around one of those people. But that's one of those relationships that actually worked to perfection. All right? And Cardi knows. She knows he's a big part of her success. And if she's smart, she'll milk it for as long as she can. All right? So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.